Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Huh? Should be. You about to go back over there now? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Testing one. Testing 1 2 2 1 2 2 5 4 3 2 1. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. It picked up. It picked up the broadcast. Oh no, I can't. I don't want to hear everybody talking. Huh? Okay, you gotta So do that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to ride out. Oh my bad. Cause we won't need the mic. Cause you gotta do something. Yeah, but we don't need that. Huh? We won't need this because you talk to these. Yeah, I can still hear him. But yeah, I can hear you. But I guess what I was saying is that one of us can be down here, and one of us can be down here. That way we don't have to worry. Will the sound of the mic pick up through here? See, that's the thing. How we gonna? You can still talk through here and still talk into the mic at the same time. It's not gonna. It's not gonna pick. The double mic is not gonna pick up on the feed. It's up to you. I'm just trying to find a way to help us all out. All right. Well, but you got to remember now, the people you gotta have this mic. See, right now, see, I'm as I'm talking, I can hear. Okay. I mean, we can do how we've been doing it. That's fine. I ain't worried about it. I just trying to find. No, let's try that. But yeah, let's just try that. But you still, yeah, and see that's the thing. I won't hear you unless the mic is okay. Talking, yeah, I can still talk into the mic. I think we're on two different pages, sir. Huh? Say it again. It's up to you, bro. Nah, let's try it. Let's try it that way. But just you know. So I'll take mine down here then on this side. Okay. This side of the camera. All right. That way you can still sit comfortably in your OG spot. But yeah, the only thing with the camera being right here in front of us is that TJ, well, we won't be able to see the whole action with somebody in front. I don't worry. I know how. I know how to. Yeah, I know how to adjust. I know how to adjust. All right. All right. Testing. One, two. Testing. One, two, three, four, five. Five, four, three, two, one. Hey, you go ahead and handle the starting lineups, okay? Okay. make sure you speak it to the mic. So
Yeah, I got you.
okay, all right. You gave me right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Now, on the mic hot now.
No,
Okay.
nah, I got it on mute.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why they got it. That's why you got to run that in that. Oh, okay. Now I see.
Voorhees College and the NAIA would like to take this opportunity to encourage you to help us enjoy tonight's contest by being a true champion of character, by displaying respect and good sportsmanship to
Yeah,
all
when you get a
involved.
chance,
You can help us
just
create a
let us know
positive
when you're ready.
environment for the teams and also for the fans.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, ask
oh,
that you
okay.
please
The
direct
mic
your
was
attention
hot.
to the south
Right.
end of
No,
the
no, the
arena.
mic was hot because we had to set it up.
Okay. These mics?
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, federal regulations prohibit smoking in this building, and we ask that you please observe all COVID-19 protocols, including social distancing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Leonard Dawson Health and Human Resources Center. This is the Jerry M. Screen Arena, and tonight, the Lady Voorhees College Tigers take on the Rams of Columbia International University from Columbia, South Carolina. And now introducing the starting lineups. First round visitors from Columbia International University. Wearing number 2, Kanaya. And now introducing the starting lineups. First round visitors from Columbia International University. Wearing number 2, Kanaya Watkins. Wearing number 5, Tanita Heston. Wearing number 11,
All right, you ready?
Madison Hatcher. Wearing number 23,
All right, we hot.
Travis Freeling. And wearing number 24, Zion Lee.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lady Tigers basketball right here on the VC Tigers Sports YouTube page and also on Facebook Live. I'm Clarence Jones, joined by my partner Cameron McLean, and right now, as the PA announcer, Mr. Willie Jefferson, giving the starting lineups. I will bring it over to my partner Cam for the starting lineups for tonight's game between the Tigers and the Lady Rams.
Thank you so much, CJ. For the Lady Rams of CIU, we have starting Kania Watkins, Tania Heaston, Madison Hatcher, Hannah Tarwick, and their leading scorer, Zion Neat.
At one forward from Talbot, Georgia, wearing number 21, Taishia Humphrey. At the other forward from Sumter, South Carolina, wearing number 24, Indra Goldcliff. And at center from Columbia, South Carolina, wearing number 22, Ashley Johnson. The Lady Tigers are coached by Edward Glover and assisted by Kenneth Carter and Sean Roundtree.
All right, and your Lady Tigers for this evening, starting, we have Diamond Culver. We have freshman Taishima Bunkley. We have Diamond Culver. We have Inga Cullah, and rounding out that starting five is Brittany McDonald.
You, I think we had also Tashima Buckley in the
Yeah,
starting lineup as well. You said you had mentioned Diamond twice.
Oh, I saw the one. That's what it was. It was the one.
Look, black jerseys, dark numerals.
It's always the black and the blue that
Uh
throws me off.
huh. The dark colors. All right, so we're ready to tip things off here. CIU. This is their first game actually of the regular season. The first game that they were supposed to play was postponed, so this is their first game. And Lady Tigers control it early on, and it's an early foul on the floor as we play 10 minutes each quarter, 4 quarters.
Yeah,
And
it's funny that you mentioned their first game. It seems like we're getting everybody's first game here lately. As
the basket's good as Inga scores to start it off. Back the other way as bodies fall to the floor. Brittany McDonald on the tie-up on the floor. And they'll give it to the Lady Tigers. So the Lady Tigers will have possession, and they're up 2-0.
So to kind of foreshadow the game here this evening, I definitely want to highlight on the Lady Rams side their experience. They're returning 8 of 10 players last year, with 8 of those players actually being seniors.
So they got a nice little balance because they do have a handful of freshmen that's stepped up, but they have their super sophomore who was the leading scorer last year, Zion Neat.
Yeah, this is actually a high-scoring offense. They were ranked number 7 in the nation in total points scored last season, and again, they were returning most of that production this season.
McDonald with the short jump shot from the left baseline is good. And the Lady Tigers on top 4-0, coming up on 9 minutes left in the first quarter. So 4-2 here early.
Yeah, CJ, it looks like Brittany's picking up right where she left off last game.
And we'll need that point production here tonight. It's the shot is up and no good, but the rebound and putback is there for Treywick.
Yeah, rebounding's been a point of emphasis all season so far for the Lady Tigers. They're going to have to find some post presence here early in the first half. They're definitely going to want to control that paint area.
4-2 is our score. Kova thought about the three, as now she gives it off. At the free throw line is Buckley. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Tigers. So with 8 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the first quarter, 4-2 is our score. Thank you so very much for tuning in here tonight. This is a unscheduled game, but because of the postponement of CIU's first game, they had a little open date here before their Saturday game coming up. McDonald picks up her first personal, and that is the team's first with 8 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Lady Rams will have it. This is the Lady Tigers' second straight opponent out of the Appalachian Athletic Conference. That shot is up no good. And coming away with the rebound is Ashley Johnson. 4-2 is our score. First three-pointer hoisted up, no good. Back come the Lady Rams. Late arriving crowd here this evening as people are getting ready for homecoming coming up next week. As the ball goes out of bounds, Lady Tigers will have it.
Yeah, you're definitely going to see a lot of students filing in and out here early. It's around calf time, so.
Yes, it's still dinner time, right. It's still dinner time. McDonald dribbles, gives it up. Nice pass as the basket is good by Inga Koka. Inga now a second field goal, 4 points on the early evening. 6-2, and we'll have a whistle against the Lady Rams. Treywick picks up her second personal and team second. So we have some wholesale changes now coming in. Look like the whole starting five will sit on the bench for the Lady Rams as a whole new 5 comes in.
Yeah, Coach Fleming's definitely looking to shake things up a little bit. Doesn't like what they're seeing out there, so definitely looking to shake some things up.
6-2 is our score right now. McDonald and the Lady Tigers with the lead. A bit too strong off of the backboard. Second opportunity, no opportunity as Buckley walks.
Got to put that ball on the ground before you move.
Yep, got to put it on the ground. So the talented Taishima Bunkley turns it over. Lady Tigers on top early here, 6-2. As we're coming up on the 6.5-minute mark left in the first quarter. This is CIU's first game of the regular season. They did have a scrimmage back last month.
I like what you did there, by the way. Talented Tashima. I like what you did there.
Thank you, sir. Traveling violation is called against the Lady Rams, and it's a turnover. So right now, the Lady Rams are helping the Lady Tigers defensively right now with the walking and.
Yeah, it's quite surprising. A team that's returning so many players that had such a high-powered offense a season ago is struggling here early on in the first quarter.
Well, as they said, I guess you're getting the first game jitters out.
The first game jitters?
Yep. As the ball goes out of bounds, they'll say last touch by the Lady Tigers. 6 minutes straight up remaining in the first quarter. 6 for the Lady Tigers, 2 for the Lady Rams of Columbia International University. Coming out of the Midlands, as they say. Go inside, too high. And not only that, good defense there, rotating defense for the Lady Tigers. So you're seeing some nice defense here, because remember, Glover did emphasize in that the late on rotation and that loss a few nights ago to the Golden Tigers of Brenu.
Yeah, so I think that was definitely a point of emphasis for Coach Glover at practice this week. I can more than assure you there is a fair share of suicides and wind sprints being ran, and that's why you can see right now a lot of these Lady Tigers definitely have that energy and enthusiasm on the defensive end early here in the first quarter.
Wilds check in for the first time in this ball game. The ball went out of bounds, so here are the Rams on the attack, and McDonald comes away with the rebound. She was trying to look to push, and she still pushes, gets it, and one. McDonald with such determination from end to end. The foul is called on Thompson. That's her first. Team's third. Almost halfway through the first quarter here, and still no foul committed by the Lady Tigers so far. McDonald extends the Lady Tiger lead now to 9-2 as we come up on 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Channel defense, and we'll have a foul.
Spoke too soon.
Well, eventually it was going to happen at some point. Wiles picks up her first, and that's the team's first. Rams doing some wholesale changes here.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that 2000 and I want to say 13 Kentucky team where they definitely had that platoon system.
Oh, you have to remind me. You know, yeah, it's been about 8 years ago since
it's
that
been a while. Right. You know, I got to find a way to slide my Kentucky Wildcats.
As always. Shot put up and good for the Lady Rams. And that shot there put in by Heston. So Tania Heston with her first 2 points. And it's 9-4. Put back up is good. Ashley Johnson, that's her first field goal, and it's 11-4. Lady Tigers on top, looking pretty good here in this first quarter.
Yeah, for a pretty good rebounding team, the CIU Rams, the Lady Tigers have done a pretty good job on the boards and getting some second chance points.
Oh, the ball slipped out, and the player slipped down. Here's Culver. They try to take advantage, and they do. Inga with the shot. That is her third bucket in this first quarter with 4:02 remaining. 30-second timeout called by the Rams, and 4:02 to go. 13 for the Lady Tigers, 4 for the Lady Rams. And Coach Glover got to be pleased with his team early on here in this game.
Right. So you definitely a change of pace as compared to the last two games that they played where they came out and struggled early. They definitely came out with their hair on fire this evening.
The hair on fire. I like that. All right, so with 4:02 to go, we just want to remind everybody that you are watching VC Tiger Sports on our YouTube page and also Facebook Live. Please like and subscribe. And you can catch up with all things Lady Tigers and Tigers basketball. Out of the timeout, the Rams will have the basketball down 13-4, trying to cut in on the Lady Tiger lead. Out of the corner, way off. Inga comes away with the boards. Bunkley comes up with it. Bunkley challenging. And we'll have some free throws coming up here. So the Lady Tigers, once again, Cam, very aggressive here in this opening stanza.
Yeah, they're definitely doing it on the defense end. It's starting on that defensive end, and they're getting a lot of things in transition, and they're finding good ways to get in position to get those rebounds and get those second chance points. And that's a staple in the Coach Glover offense. It always has been.
So Bunkley will be at the line shooting two. And the foul was called on Hatcher. That's her first, team's fourth. With 3 minutes and 42 seconds to go, it's a 10-point Lady Tiger lead. Make that 11. So good play here early on for the Lady Tigers offensively, 15-4, starting out in this game and starting out good. Remember, there was stages in Tuesday night loss to the Golden Tigers where they was cold from the floor, but not here tonight as McDonald gives it up. Bunkley down low.
Yeah, just alluding to that those slow starts. The previous two games, you got to pay attention to what Coach Glover's done so far. He hasn't opened up that rotation yet. So most of the players that are in the game, actually, I think everybody that's in the game now started the game. So it's a lot easier for those players to get in rhythm and to stay in rhythm the more they're on the floor. So that's why you're seeing a lot of these players have hot starts here tonight.
17-4 is our score as the Lady Tigers will have it. Nice pass underneath as it was knocked out of bounds and off of the leg of Ashley Johnson. So good defense there by the Lady Rams. I believe that was Heston that came in with the swipe of the ball off of Ashley's leg. Under 3 minutes to go, 2 minutes and 50 seconds to be exact. 17-4 is our score. Lady Tigers on top. And by the way, this is one of their best shooting games of this early season. And that shot was off. Rams have been off for a little while here. Here's McDonald. McDonald in the lane, and it's good. And as my partner mentioned, McDonald picking up from where she left off a couple of nights ago. And one back the other way. So the foul called against the Lady Tigers. Culver picks up her first, team's third. And at the line, shooting will be Watkins. Excuse me, that number 12, as a lane violation was called. Madison Ferrara.
Correction. The foul is on the Rams, number 5. Heston. That's her first.
Heston picks up the foul. So it wasn't a lane violation. It was actually foul. So coach for the Lady Rams, Coach Danielle Fleming, only in her second season, she wanted to know exactly what I wanted to know. Was it a foul or was it a lane violation? And you can clearly hear, well, us from here, we can clearly hear the officials say pushing it back.
Right. The only drama so far here in the first quarter.
So far. So far. 19-6 is our score as Bunkley at the other end shooting. So right now, team foul situation, 5 team fouls for the Rams, 3 team fouls for the Lady Tigers. Bunkley hits the second, and it's a 20-6 Lady Tigers lead with 2:15 to go in the first quarter. Lady Tigers looking very good here as we have a foul call as Madison Hatchett try to drive to the basket as McDonald picks up her second, and that's the team's fourth. So Madison Hatcher, I said Hatchet, so apologies, but Hatcher at the line shooting. So Madison Hatcher, the freshman from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Isn't that close to the Tennessee-Kentucky line or something? I'm sorry.
I'm actually not sure. I've
Okay.
heard of Murfreesboro, but I'm not too familiar with where exactly they're located.
I want to say it's like on the western part of Tennessee. Like, not in the Memphis area, but heading towards that way.
That line shooting 2 is number 22.
Ashley Johnson was fouled, and she goes to the line for 2. 20-7 is our score with 2:06 remaining. Lady Tigers looking good here in this first quarter. As we get ready to have some substitutions coming in for the Lady Tigers. Second shot is no good, but the putback is no good, but the follow is there for Bunkley. So Bunkley playing a nice game here in the opening quarter. It is 22-7, now make it 22-10 as Hatcher connects on the three-pointer. That's her first field goal of the evening, and it's 22-10, and a tie-up. McDonald splitting the defense, puts it up and in. 24-10, Lady Tigers.
Yeah, and that right there, CJ, is something that we haven't been able to see from the Rams early on because they haven't been able to do that, which is make baskets. But they're going to try to do is press. They are number 6 in the nation in total steals. So look for them to continue to try to press, but in order for them to do that, they're going to have to score on the offensive end.
Well, they just did an and one just now there,
Yeah.
so so oh no, it was 2 or 1. I thought that was or maybe they called it a foul on the floor before the attempt. I don't know. No, it's 1 shot, so it's an and 1. All right. So it's now 24-13 is our score. And the press works. Turnover. Here come the Lady Rams. Out of the corner for 3. Good. Hatcher, a second straight three-pointer. And there go the pressure again. And a turnover again. 24-16 with under a minute to go. Shot no good, but Inga is called for the foul. So clock stops with 50.9 seconds, and just like that, Cam, a few backcourt pressures causing some turnovers and points off of those turnovers, making it now a 24 to 16 game. At one point in time, it was a 24 to 10 lead.
Right, and it started for the Rams. That this run on for the Rams has started on the defensive end. They were able to put some shots in the basket, which allowed them to drop back in their press a little bit. And like I spoke about a little earlier, able to get some turnovers and some points off of those turnovers. And that's exactly what the Rams are looking to do.
Zion Neat, last year's leading scorer, with that score
The foul is on the Rams.
as the foul on the Lady Rams. And that'll be on Madison Ferrara.
At the line.
And Madison picks up
It's number 1.
her second. That's her second foul. So both teams are now tied in team fouls with 5 apiece here in the first quarter. First quarter that's seen some hot shooting for the Lady Tigers here.
Yeah, and if you're the Lady Tigers, you definitely want to try your best to curb that momentum right now because it seems to be shifting towards the Lady Rams.
25 to 17 with 35 seconds to go. The shot from inside is no good. Inga comes away with the rebound. McDonald looking to push. McDonald gives it up. Good.
Great pass.
Taishima Bunkley with the deuce. And Bunkley, she's working on almost 10 points, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet. 14 seconds left in the first quarter. It's a 10-point Lady Tiger lead, 27 to 17. All the way, no good. Ball knocked around. 5 seconds as the clock stopped. Now it goes 3, 2, and that will do it for the first quarter. And the first quarter that's seen the Lady Tigers with some high percentage field goal shots, and they are taking a 27 to 17 lead into the second quarter.
Yeah, so the way the Tigers are getting it done is, for one, on the defensive end, but also what you've noticed here in this game, as opposed to the previous 2 games, they haven't done it from the 3-point line. What the Lady Tigers have tried to done in the previous 2 games was outshoot their opponent from beyond the 3-point line. But here in this game, they've got a lot of their points in transition, a lot of their points in defense, but also mid-range and layups. So that right there, I think, is the biggest determining factor that's allowed them to jump out to this lead. But again, they need to be careful because the momentum is starting to shift more towards the Lady Rams as they continue to drop back in that press and create turnovers.
Well, the Lady Rams started off the game pretty cold. That's leading to the big lead, early lead for the Lady Tigers. But as you mentioned, coming down the stretch, the Lady Rams started hitting a couple of deep three-pointers, particularly 2 three-pointers off from Madison Hatcher, and that has helped the Rams to get back into this ball game. Once again, it's a 10-point lead, 27 to 17. But the momentum, you said, could be switching over to the Rams, but the Lady Tigers need to do the same thing that the Golden Tigers did to them a couple of nights ago, is to have them not get any big momentum going in, trying to cut in on this 10-point lead.
Right. They're definitely going to have to get some kills here on defense, get some stops, and curb that a little bit.
All right, as we start the second quarter, Lady Tigers once again with a 27 to 17 lead. Here's a 3-pointer on the way, and the 3-point shots are starting to knock down here for the Rams, Cam. Here's a steal. Let's see if the Rams take advantage. Long, deep 3-pointer is no good, and it's saved. 3-pointer once again. Back-to-back 3-pointers there by Howard, as she comes into the ball game and she is Miss Microwave, and it's 27 to 23, just like that, and another turnover. Here come the Rams, and that shot is good as Hatcher connects now with 8 points, and it's a 2-point Lady Tiger lead at 27-25. Wilds way off.
Throws up a wild one.
Right. 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in this first half. Here's Howard once again, too hard off the glass, battling for the rebound. As a jump ball, possession out. Lady Tigers will have it. But as you just saw just now, a quick 6-0 run to start off the second quarter. And the Rams, as you mentioned, were starting to gain that momentum. They definitely have it right now.
Yeah, so if you're the Lady Tigers on this press, you've got to come and meet the ball. You can't wait for the ball to come to you because those defenders are rotating too fast right now.
Here's McDonald as she gets her shot blocked from Howard. Quenica Howard, the senior out of Anderson, South Carolina, as you just mentioned, senior leadership is going to play a big role for the Rams this season. And you see the senior talents come out in Howard. Wiles thought about the three. Culver, she'll take the three. And bank shot is good.
It might be past 5, but the bank is open.
Yes, they still got deposits. You can still do deposits.
That was a mobile deposit, huh?
Right. Oh, spin move inside, but can't hit. But that was a nice move by Neat.
$1 million move with a $2 finish.
And you can say that again. Here's Wilds. Go inside. Oh, and if Inga would have had that ball, I think she would have had an open lane to the basket. Just a bit too hard on that pass there. 7 minutes, 48 seconds to go. It is a 5-point Lady Tiger lead at 30-25 with 7 minutes and 45 seconds and counting left to go in this first half. Right down the lane. And, oh, they'll call it a jump ball. Seemed like Ashley had a little bit all palm on that ball.
Oh, yeah. That was definitely all ball. My eyesight might not be the best, but I saw that from up here.
Oh, right. Because we are 18 rows up, by the way. All right, coming up on 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Lady Tigers has led most of the first half here, but the Rams trying to battle back. A deep three from the corner is no good. McDonald comes away with it. McDonald's pulling down a lot of rebounds here this evening. Culver can't hit.
And you know, CJ, that's what I want Diamond Culver to do. Catch and shoot. She might not be the most the highest percentage shooter, but that's really what you want her to do.
McDonald just a little behind Inga. A little behind Asia. Ashley, excuse me. Brittany Brown, number 14, checks in for the Rams for the first time as Ashley Johnson hits it over her defender. It is back out to a 7-point lead at 32-25 as we coming up on 6.5 minutes to go. And a near steal there by Wild. So defensively, they're starting to pick it up, back up again, Cam.
Yeah, definitely. She broke on that ball like a football player for sure.
Right. Like a safety.
She did.
Like a safety, right. As we'll have a whistle away from the action.
And while we're on the topic of football, how do you feel about how the College Football Playoff Committee snubbed Cincinnati? An undefeated team went into Notre Dame, beat them, and they got them ranked 6 in the playoff rankings.
Not surprised at all. And look at this. The basket is good. Rams playing aggressive as Brittany Brown, who just checked into the ball game, gets her first 2 points. And it's a 32-27 lead. And stretch that lead out as Wiles hits the big three.
Yeah, she had to hit that one. That was a great pass. Great dribble drive, great pass. We had to hit that one.
35-27. Lady Tigers on top. Wow, that was a good three there for Wiles. Trying to answer right back, no good. Brown comes away with it. Second opportunity, and we'll have a whistle on the floor. So they'll call the foul on Ashley Johnson.
That's her second.
So Ashley
And team's first of the second period.
picks up her first foul and the first team foul of the second quarter. Clock stops 5 minutes and 45 seconds and counting. 35-27. Lady Tigers on top. Once again, has led most of the way through. And a nice little defensive play for Culver. It's 2-on-2. McDonald gives it back off to Culver. Culver cannot control it. But still a good defensive play there by Culver, sticking her hand in the pathway of the pass.
Yeah, and in transition, if you're Culver, you kind of want to leak out to the corner and let Brittany drive to the basket. And if that defender drops down, that's when you can kick it out to Diamond in the corner.
35-27 is our score. Rams on top. Rams down to the Lady Tigers. Here's a deep three-point shot. That's no good. McDonald comes away with it. Many boys McDonald's has put down here this evening. She's definitely on the way for a double-double. And a three-pointer. The talented Taishima Bunkley.
I feel like that's going to be a thing all season. Talented Taishima.
And it stretches out an 11-point lead as we'll have a tie-up possession. Lady Tigers with possession. So this Lady Tigers squad playing much better here this game than a few nights ago.
Oh, yeah. You know, nobody wants to go 0-3 at home in three consecutive games. So they definitely are coming out.
Culver can't hit. 38-27 is our score. Voorhees on top of CIU. Out of the corner for three. Rainbow shot. Oh, they'll call a foul.
It's a little bit late if you ask me.
All right.
But a foul nonetheless.
Fair. Foul nonetheless. Wiles picks up her second personal. Team's second of the second period. So shooting three will be Madison Hatcher, the Tennessee native. 4:19 remaining here in the first half. In a game that I've seen the Lady Tigers come out here shooting very well, especially in the first quarter. And then here in the second quarter, although the hot shooting has cooled off just a tad bit, but still the lead is still double digits. 2 out of 3 from the line goes Hatcher. And it's 38-29. Lady Tigers on top. We have another whistle. Lady Tigers will maintain possession. Look like the Rams going to be pressing a little bit in the backcourt. Wiles give it up. Here's McDonald in the lane. That looked like it was partially blocked. Ball knocked around. McDonald controls it. Another opportunity for the Lady Tigers. Culver inside. Step back. Shot is good for Ashley Johnson.
And that's a great move right there, CJ. That's a move that I've watched Ashley work on since she was a freshman.
Back the other way. That looked like it was partially blocked. Second opportunity not there. And the Lady Tigers trying to take advantage of the misses here for the Rams in this second quarter. Here's Wiles, who hit a three-pointer earlier this corner. She'll try again. She was testing the oven.
Yeah, got to see it. That's a heat check right there.
That's a heat check. That's a heat check.
That's
not at 400 degrees yet.
No, it's still preheating right about now.
Yeah, preheat. Still preheat. 40-29 is our score. Under 3.5 minutes to go left in this first half. And this first half has seen one of the best shooting nights of the early part of the season here for the Lady Tigers. Bounce pass inside. Shot too hard off the glass. McDonald pulls away yet another rebound. McDonald pushes it up. Here's Culver. No.
I've noticed into the game for the Tigers that we have Diamond Bullard, a player that I was high on early in the beginning of the season. Definitely want to. I'm curious to see what she's got to offer here for the Lady Tigers. A transfer from New York, so curious to see what she has to offer this year.
And some of the best basketball players has come from the state of New York. You know that, right?
Well,
Particularly from the city. I'm just saying.
Kentucky has a. Well, I beg to differ, brother.
We'll hold that debate for later, because I'm not gonna believe anything that you say about that. Coming back the other way, as we'll have a foul called against Ashley Johnson.
But no, all jokes aside, New York, that North, I do feel like they produce the toughest basketball players. I really, really do.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I know.
And a lot of talent that goes on to the NBA as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Of course. All right now. If this was a sports show, we'll have a nice little debate. But instead, it's a basketball game, and right now, Rams trying to close in on this lead. 41-29, and still 41-29. Is missing the free throws, Austin. Here comes Buckley. Oh, unable to hit. But we'll have a push against the Lady Rams. Newbill gets ready to check in for the first time for the Lady Tigers. Kiara Austin picks up her first foul.
So going back to your debate topic, Clarence, who do you think the best player from New York is, or out of New York?
Oh, give me a second. I'll have to think about that. As Bullard was fouled. I don't know. Probably maybe Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Maybe Dr. J. I don't know.
You're flexing a little bit now.
Well, some may even claim Michael Jordan as a New York product, even though he was born in Brooklyn. But he was raised in North Carolina.
That's a reach.
A little reach. But birth certificate wise, he was born in Brooklyn. So Brooklyn claims him.
I would too.
See? By the way, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is from Harlem. Just want to let you know. Good place.
The hometown of our very own.
Right.
CJ.
Yes. 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the first half. Lady Tigers has been up as McDonald unable to hit. She was looking for the foul. Follow shot is no good for Newbill. Up the court it goes. Rams looking to shoot. Rams able to hit. 3-pointer on the way. Still a little cold there. Here comes Buckley for the Lady Tigers. That was partially blocked there by Howard. 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go as the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Rams. Nice move there by McDonald to try to go to the hoop. Watkins checks back in for the Rams. Here's Newbill being double teamed, kicks it back out. Culver, quick shot, no good. Ball, foot on the line, yes. And the Lady Tigers will have possession with 2:05 remaining and a 41-29 Lady Tiger lead. Once again, the Lady Tigers playing some good ball here in the second quarter. So the first quarter wasn't a waste.
In the second quarter, they're uh, doing pretty good as well, leading 41 to 29.
Yeah, they're doing this crazy concept that they haven't been able to do early in the season. It's called putting the ball in the basket.
And then shots are falling down here tonight as McDonald, a great example of that. So McDonald already in the double figures, 12 points here in this first half. Out of the corner for three, no good.
Alternating jump ball.
Jump ball, and the Lady Rams will have possession. So right now, Brittany McDonald with 12 points, and I haven't counted her rebounds yet. But like I said, she's definitely working on a double-double here tonight.
Yeah, I definitely anticipate her reaching that mark tonight.
Minute and a half to go, 43 to 29. Oh, and a three-pointer. So a three-pointer the other way. And a near steal there by Brown. Newbill just inside the three-point arc. No good. Ball knocked around. Culver comes away with it. And it's still stolen as Culver dribbled the ball off the foot. Rams looking for a quick transition. No. Second opportunity. Nice bounce pass inside. Brown too hard off the glass. Newbill comes away with it. And clock stops with 42.1 seconds to go. And a 43 to 32 lead. Owens checks in. Destiny Owens, number 35. Larissa Lee comes in for the Rams, as well as Ferrara comes back in for the Rams. I'm sorry, Cam, you were saying?
Oh, it's okay. I was gonna say if you watch closely again on this press, when we're passing the ball,
Turnover.
close, maybe not those long passes, but
Right.
when we're passing the ball close, the reason the defense is able to shift so fast and get that steal is because we're not beating that pass. They keep waiting on that ball to get to them, and by the time it gets to them, the defender's already there.
And that could cause a lot of turnovers as well. 32.2 seconds to go. Coach Glover calls a timeout. 11-point lead now, 43 to 32. But other than a few mishaps here and there, Lady Tigers overall has played, I would say, their best half of basketball so far this regular season.
Yeah, by far, and they've done it by putting the ball in the basket, and they've to this point limited the CIU Lady Rams to one shot on their offensive end. So that's how they've been able to do it so far. Playing solid defense, getting those rebounds, and putting the ball into the basket.
And it does help that the Lady Rams have been has missed a lot of shots, especially in the first quarter. And then here, they've hit some three-pointers, but in recent trips, they've gone back a little cold again. So they're kind of up and down right now as when it comes to shooting for the Rams. But still, taking all that, they're still only down by 11 points at 43 to 32.
Right, and just in the spirit of not being biased, we do want to highlight that this is their first game of the season, so they're trying to work some kinks out themselves, much like the Tigers had to do their previous two games.
20 seconds to go in the quarter. A near steal, but now only 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Taking it all the way and good. So good play there by Watkins. Owens picks up her first. So right now, giving some of the shooting woes that the Rams had early on, they're closing out this half pretty strong. And of course, if Watkins can make this, she cannot. But it's still down into the single digits. Let's see if the Lady Tigers can put up a shot. Oh, and McDonald did not see the clock because the ball was right. She was right there underneath the hoop, but I think she was trying to kick it out to have somebody attempt the 3-pointer before the uh, the game clock went down, but not enough time. But regardless, at halftime, the Lady Tigers go into the locker room sporting a 43-34 lead over CIU. And your thoughts about this first half, Cam?
Well, if you've been watching, the scoreboard definitely doesn't match the flow of the game. If you're watching it, it seems like the Tigers are up by a lot more
Right.
because they especially early on they were able to put the ball in the basket a lot more than CIU. But with CIU's defense, they were able to create a lot of those turnovers, and that's how they got to that 34. If the Tigers were able to limit those turnovers, the score would be
Yeah.
a lot more
Uh,
dramatic than it is right now.
Yeah, because it feels like the Lady Tigers put on a great half, and it feels like they should be up by 15 or more points
Right.
than just being up by 9. But still, credit the Rams for staying in there and sticking in. But the Lady Tigers, again, they have played one of their best first half of basketball,
Right, right.
regardless.
And again, just seconding what you said, you definitely got to credit the Rams, and a lot of that is a tribute to their leadership. You know, again, I said at the top of the program that this is a Rams team that is returning 10 upperclassmen, and 8 of those upperclassmen being seniors, one of those being a graduate student. So you had to expect that early on, especially their first game in the season, they were going to have those early game jitters. But those upperclassmen were able to corral that the momentum and corral themselves and able to get some stops. But the Tigers have definitely responded.
All right, now we're watching the cheerleaders, and after you watch the cheerleaders, we'll be back and we'll get you set for the second half between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Rams of CIU. Once again, the Lady Tigers on top, 43-34, trying to win their second game of the regular season. You're watching the Lady Tiger basketball on the VC Tiger Sports Network. right, back here at the Leonard E. Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees College. I'm Clarence Jones along with Cam McLean. So we get ready to start this third quarter. Lady Tigers looking good so far, 43-34 over the CIU Lady Rams. And just before we get the second half started, just want to remind you, coming up next week, Cam, it's a big week next week. It is homecoming.
It is.
Homecoming 2021, long overdue. It starts with the gospel concert at the Massachusetts Hall coming up this Sunday. And then, of course, we'll have basketball action coming up for you this Tuesday evening, next Tuesday evening. Doubleheader. Payne College comes into town to take on our Lady Tigers and Tigers. Coverage begins at 6 o'clock for the ladies, 8 o'clock for the men. And then, of course, the big homecoming festivities. Clinton College, Lady Tigers will take on Clinton College. Meanwhile, for the guys, it will be, of course, Payne. So, well, I said Payne College doubleheader. As we have a three-pointer, Buckley. She starts off hot. And it's 46-34, and a nice move to the basket. And there by Austin. So Austin opens up the scoring for the Rams, and it is a 10-point lead, 46-36. No basket.
While we have a break in the action, I know this is normally your wheelhouse,
Of course.
but I definitely want to shout out one of our amazing alumni, Smoot, that's in the comments here out of Atlanta, Georgia. Just somebody that's definitely student-centered at Voorhees. I want to go ahead and shout you out, Smoot.
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, and I think on the debate, he screamed out Michael Jordan.
I saw that. I
told you, New York claims Michael Jordan. Shot was no good. Coming back the other way. Here come the Rams. Deep three-pointer on the way. No good. Bunkley comes away with the rebound. As we're just underway here in the second half as McDonald falls down. McDonald's all right. As Heston is called for the foul. And that is her second. So right now, while we mentioned that, we want to give a shout out to everybody that is commenting on Facebook and also on our YouTube page. So please like and subscribe to our VC Tigers Sports YouTube page. And of course, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, thank you so very much. And subscribe to the Voorhees College page on Facebook as well. Under 8.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, as it looked like a shot clock violation. 46-36 is our score. Oh, a little breakdown on the defense, but Newbill somehow disrupts the shot. Shot up, no good. Rebound, put back. So the Lady Tigers, once again, with possession. McDonald, leader is good. McDonald definitely in the double figures, 14 points. She's probably working on a 20-point night, and it's a 12-point Lady Tiger lead at 48-36, and that shot is no good. Inga comes away with the boards. McDonald looking to push it up. McDonald stops from the free throw line and hits. Timeout for the Rams.
I guess she's feeling all right after that fall.
Yes, she is. She hits a couple of shots here, and it's now the biggest lead of the night for the Lady Tigers. The 14-point advantage, 50-36. And right now, Lady Tigers looking to really, really put this one away. But even though it's still a lot of time left in the third quarter, 7:26 to go. But you feel that this Lady Tigers team is really starting to come around here.
Oh yeah, I don't know what Coach Glover said to him back in the locker room, but again, like I said in the first quarter, they came out with their hair on fire in the first quarter. They came out here with their hair on fire in the third quarter. So definitely looking for them to continue that momentum, continue to get those stops and get points in transition.
50-36 is our score. Rams only scored 2 points coming out of the locker room. Meanwhile, the Lady Tigers scoring 7 points and extended their lead. A little backcourt press. Now they back away a little bit. 2-3 zone defense shown by the Lady Tigers. Down the lane. No good. Inga comes away with the boards. And Inga's going to be big time for us when it comes to defensive board rebound. Straightaway three for Culver. That is Diamond's second three-pointer of the evening. And it's now they'll give it a foot on the line too.
Yeah, just going back to what you were saying about IG. Yeah, she's definitely going to be big on the boards, especially with players like Ashley on the bench right now.
As we have a whistle. It's 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go in a 52-36 game. Culver hitting a deep two-pointer. I thought she was behind the line, but they'll say that her toe hit the three-point line. McDonald inside. That was a decent little setup there.
Yeah. You if you're Maylee's new bill, you definitely want to finish that. You got to have your eye on the ball handler there, especially on that post, because Brittany's the type of player that's gonna find you down there.
Right. Down the lane and an impressive shot there for the Rams. As Madison hits that shot for the Rams. And a three-pointer back the other way.
And CJ, that right there, that's Diamond's game. That catch and shoot, that's what you want Diamond to do all game, is sit up, post in those corners, dribble, drive, and kick it out for her to shoot those perimeter shots.
And the fans love it here so far, 55-38. This is the best game put on by the Lady Tigers here this evening. And yes, those Lady Tigers is on fire. Shot, no good. And a rebound into Owen's hands. Here's McDonald. McDonald. Nice pass inside for Inga.
Brittany is putting on a clinic as to what a point guard should be doing this evening.
First half, she was scoring points and rebounds. This half, she's still scoring points, but this time dishing out assists, as it's 57-38, the biggest lead of the night for the Lady Tigers. How about that? 5 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the third quarter. Just want to let everybody know that our broadcast tonight, we are short of a couple of people, so we had to make some adjustments. So got to give a shout out right now to Genesis. She's our producer and director here, as she's sitting in for Curtis Sumner as he's away on assignment. 50.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Genesis.
Oh, yes. And also Jayla as well. We gotta give a shout out to her. She is manning our other operating camera for this evening. Here's McDonald. Bit too hard off the glass. Inga tries, no good. Ball knocked around. Culver picks it back up. Nice hustle there for the Lady Tigers. Culver can't hit. Oh, this place would have exploded if she would have had that go in. Instead, Rams the other way. No good. Culver comes away with it. And a foul called on Madison Hatcher. Hatcher, who's hit a couple of threes here this evening, picks up the foul. And that is her third foul. As Hatcher will go to the bench. Clock stops with 4 minutes and 39 seconds to go. I know Miss Vivian is enjoying this one so far. 57-38 is our score. McDonald, nice move to the basket. That little stutter step move and right to the basket. And it's now a 59-38 Lady Tiger lead. Here's Watkins. And Watkins puts it in, and the one as she falls to the ground. Both players appear, well, I was going to say appear all right, but Watkins is holding her elbow. So let's see if she's able to complete the three-point play.
Yeah, and Inga's actually got to be careful right now. She's picked up her third foul, so she's definitely got to be careful. Continue to be aggressive, but be smart.
That's right now. Watkins slowly to the line as she's trying to take all the time as she can. She's still nursing that elbow. Well, thank you, Vivian. Enjoying the game right now. And I know a lot of Lady Tigers fans out there enjoying the game as well. Up 59-40 with 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go. And the iron kind there on that little shot for Watkins. As we have a violation called against the Lady Tigers. So a little press here for the Rams works. 4 minutes and 1 second to go. 59-41 is our score. Lady Tigers on top. As right now, officials had a quick little conference there. As they throw it in. Under 4 minutes to go, and we'll have a foul called against the Rams. That is neat. So right now, Lady Tigers in control. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep the pressure up here as McDonald was blocked, and then she was stripped. Back the other way. Quick three-pointer from the wing, and it's good. So a three-point shot there by Neat. And the leading scorer for last year's Rams squad, and draws the Rams closer at 59-44. Under 3.5 to go. They kick it out. Culver, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Can't hit from up close. Ball still alive. Bunkley for three. No good.
Yeah, if you're Culver right there, you definitely want to shoot a floater. I feel like the float game's a lost art right now. It's kind of like that mid-range game.
Right. Or as I like to say, the Charles Oakley range. So as we had a little injury there, the Rams, this is only their first game, but they feeling some lumps there in this first game. (59-44) is our score. Lady Tigers on top. The first shot there, good. Trying to close this gap. Still got a whole quarter of action left, so stay with us. 59-46 is our score. Lady Tigers on top. A little press there. Ball knocked out of Ashley's hands.
Yeah, and the Tigers can expect to see that press for the remainder of the game. So they're going to have to find a way to beat that and penetrate that press.
McDonald will come out for a well-needed rest. She has played an excellent game here this evening as Bullard checks in for McDonald. Wilds also into the ball game, another three-point sharpshooter. They go inside. Culver unable to hit.
But that was a beautiful feed. That was
Yes,
a beautiful feed.
Yes, it was. So they'll call it on Fiera. Excuse me, Treywick was called for the foul. That is her third. 60-46 is our score. Lady Tigers on top. Second shot is good for Culver. And Culver working on double digits here this evening. Coming up on 2.5 to go. 61-46 and a near steal. Nice play there by Bullard as she fell to the floor. One thing you got to see, the Lady Tigers are hustling here tonight. They're flying to that basketball.
Yeah, a lot of the issue last game is that defensive effort wasn't there. But you definitely see it here again. You see it here tonight, much like you just said.
Yes, thus that's why the Lady Tigers are up 61-46. Partly why they're up 61-46. The other reason, they hitting their shots.
Right.
Because remember, a couple of nights ago when they was trying to get back into the ball game, and we mentioned that they was trying to get back, but some of the open shots, it was falling in and out. It was halfway down and it would come out. But tonight, it's falling all the way down.
Right. Well, the typical Coach Glover offense here with the Lady Tigers is he's going to try to stop you on defense, speed you up a little bit, get those turnovers, and get out in transition. He's going to try to – his offense a lot of the times comes from his defense. So that's been the focal point tonight. That's been the game changer, in my opinion, is their effort on defense. They've been able to stop the Lady Rams multiple times and get those quick points.
We have a little situation over there at the scorer's table right now. They're trying to look at the timeout situation and the foul situation as well, as they was checking the books just to make sure. So 2 minutes and 29 seconds to go remaining in the third quarter. Once again, the Voorhees Lady Tigers up 61-46 over CIU Lady Rams. And taking it up over Bunkley was Neat. So Neat is trying to come on here. Back the other way as Johnson, Ashley Johnson, once again, as she is one of the leading scorers for the Lady Tigers here this evening. McDonald, the leading scorer. And there's a steal. And let's see if they can steal right back. The ball goes out of bounds. They will give the Rams possession. A minute 46 remaining here in this third quarter. 63 for the Lady Tigers, 48 for the Lady Rams. Oh, that's a foul, and they'll call it. Nice play for Wilds. That defensive effort.
Do you think she sold it a little bit?
Hey, if she did, it counts. It counts. So what you trying to say? Give her the Oscar?
Maybe not the Oscar. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt.
Or give her the Golden Globe?
There you go.
Okay. Or the Screen Actors Guild Award. But either way, she performed good enough that the officials called it a foul. And Lady Tigers trying to stretch this lead out with only a minute 46 remaining in the third quarter.
I haven't seen a stack in quite some time.
Well, we're about to see it round. Shot out of the corner. Can't hit. Lady Tigers with another opportunity. Bounce pass inside. That's stolen, and we'll have a whistle. Good play for Watkins, stepping in front of that pass there from Ashley. And matter of fact, they'll call the foul on Bunkley.
You got to have your head up.
Yeah. And the ball goes out of bounds. Yes, last touch off of the leg of Brown. Good defensive play there by the Lady Tigers once again, forcing a little disruption there. A minute 22 remaining. Still a 63-48 Lady Tiger lead as they try to win their second game of the season. And, you know, it's funny. The game that they did win, it did happen in Denmark.
It was here, yeah.
It was here, but
it
just wasn't at home. It was just on the other side of the gate here at Denmark Tech College. And that was a win over St. Andrews. And then back here, losing to some tough teams, to Kaiser, and then a few days ago to the Golden Tigers of Benue, as that shot is no good.
So I will say, the Tigers are looking for their first official home win here today. Official.
Yes. And if they can keep it up, they will tie their regular season record at 2-2. Meanwhile, this is the first game of the season for the Lady Rams, as that one was way off. Bullet comes away with it. Some time here, got 38 seconds. Oh, the 2-for-1 deal. Buckley getting buck and a steal. Here's Wilds. 65-48. As the shot clock has not wind down. In fact, the shot clock is turned off. Lady Tigers can hold for the final shot. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. Here's Wilds being guarded by Brown. Wilds, I think she's going to take that three. I think she's going to take the three. Oh, and almost hits it.
Yeah, you knew once she pulled back after she hit that little spin move, you already knew what she wanted to do right there.
Yes. But an excellent quarter here to close it out as the Lady Tigers on top 65-48 over CIU. You're watching Lady Tigers basketball on VC Tiger Sports on our YouTube page and also on our Facebook Live through our Voorhees College page. And we'd like to thank everyone for tuning in this evening. Of course, let us know where you're watching the game from, what city, what state. Heck, you might even be watching it from a different country. Let us know where you're watching us from, and we'll give you a shout out. Of course, the regulars are in the comment chat room tonight, as always. Spook, Miss Vivian, thank you so very much. True Blue Tiger fans, and also the Rams fans that has joined us here this evening as well. Thank you so very much for tuning in and commenting as well. We appreciate everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe the VC Tiger Sports page. If you love everything VC Sports, make sure you like and subscribe our VC Tiger Sports page. Once again, next week, homecoming coming up, and we'll have 4 games for you next week, starting November the 9th with a doubleheader when Payne College comes into town to take on our Lady Tigers and Tigers. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. for the women, 8 p.m. for the men. As we start this fourth quarter here, Lady Tigers really been in control of this game since the tip-off. That shot is no good. Up the court it goes. Rams trying to do everything to get back in this ball game, including putting up a three like that. Madison Hatcher. That is her third three-pointer of the after game. Culver tried to answer. And the Rams trying to get back down 65-51.
Well, CJ, they're still in striking distance.
Yes, they are. After all that good play by the Lady Tigers, yes, the Rams are still in it because of the three-point shot.
Right, and this is not a time for the Lady Tigers to get lazy on defense. They still have to control that post area, still have to get those rebounds and limit the Lady Rams to one shot, which they haven't been able to do early here in the fourth quarter.
Austin did a good job taking the ball away from Ashley Johnson. Here's another opportunity, and they take advantage as Hatcher hits the deuce. So 5 quick points for Hatcher here in this fourth quarter. Little backcourt press across the timeline and off of the hands of Austin for the Rams. The Lady Tigers have possession, but up by 12. But at one point in time, it was up by about 15 points. So the Rams are starting to get back into this ball game, Cam.
Sometimes, CJ, it's a game of momentum. Who's got the most towards the end?
And let's see if the Lady Tigers could take that momentum right back and try to close it out here to get their second victory of the regular season. Under 8.5 minutes to go, 65-53 is our score. Voorhees on top. McDonald was at a big night tonight. Also, this lady right here with the big night, Ashley Johnson, puts it in. 67-53, spin move. Drawing the foul anyway on Ashley. That is her fourth foul. So Coach Glover got to make a decision here. I mean, Ashley Johnson has done a marvelous job down low and also getting those high percentage field goal shots. So he got to make a decision, and he'll sit Ashley Johnson down and bring Inga back in,
who also is dealing with a little bit of foul trouble herself. So
yes,
both players have to be careful. You definitely want to save Ashley for towards the end of the game, just in case the Lady Rams do get a little bit closer back into the game. But certainly still in striking distance right now.
8 minutes and 5 seconds to go. The free throw is good for Zion Neat.
I think what's going to determine how the game goes for the rest of this quarter is how the Tigers handle this press.
And right now, struggling just a little bit, double teaming. Almost a steal here is Bunkley.
Oh,
nice
goodness.
pass inside for Inga.
With the no look.
69-55. Lady Tigers on top. And a steal there by McDonald. McDonald, clean pathway to the hoop.
And right on cue, they're stealing that momentum back, CJ.
Yes, they are. 71-55 with a little backcourt press of their own. Rams comes away with it. There's the shot, and a quick shot is good there for Neat. So Neat in this second half has really started to come on. She was quiet in the first half, but she's really starting to come on in the second half. But still, Lady Tigers on top. Bunkley, another good pass to Inga. Back to back. It's the Bunkley Inga show.
Yeah, you got to like the poise of Tashima Bunkley right there, holding on that ball long enough to make that defender commit, and then she dished it right off to Inga. Perfect play.
Just like a Chris Paul assist. Make the defense come to you. 73-57. Lady Tigers on top. Shot no good. And we'll have a foul. Looks like this one will go against Diamond Culver. That is Culver's third, team second of the fourth quarter. 6 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the ball game. It's 73-57. Lady Tigers on top. Quick shot in the lane, no good as the ball knocked out of her hands. Good play there. Looked like Wilds on the defensive down low. The Lady Rams trying to get back into this ball game. In and out.
I gotta say, I'm quite impressed with Neat's post moves down there. She's hit some spin moves, some.
As the shot is good for Culver. So Culver into double figures now. That shot is no good. Culver, I have her down unofficially as with 11 points here this evening, including hitting 2 3-pointers. So Diamond, better point production here this game.
Yeah, and this is definitely the kind of game that Coach Glover has been waiting for out of Diamond Culver.
5 minutes and 46 seconds to go. And the Rams do want to stop the clock now because they are down big, 75-57, and they want to draw some fouls to try to get back into the ball game. But as we always said, you can always draw the fouls, but what you got to do, Cam?
Got to make the shots.
Thank you.
Sounded like one of my high school teachers there. Thank you.
Yes, I sounded like my own high school teacher back there. Oh, goodness. A quick 30 called by Coach Glover. And right now, 75-58 is our score. And again, thank you for everybody commenting on our broadcast here this evening. We were doing special things. We are a little down here tonight as far as manpower here. But the women power here is especially good here tonight as Genesis is taking over the director's chair as Mr. Curtis Sumner off on assignment as he's now in the building helping out.
She's done a pretty good job.
She's done an excellent job. Thank you, Genesis. We have burgers and fries for you coming up. Special appreciation. 5 minutes and 39 seconds to go. Also got to give a shout out to Jayla. She's over there in corner camera giving us some good shots as well. Thank you, Jayla. Coming out of the timeout, Lady Tigers with the basketball and possession. Looking to close it out here with 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Looking to kill some clock now with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Spin move inside, no good. A rebound there for Austin Rams. They thought about a three, but she dribbled it off her legs. And it's a turnover as Hatcher was trying to set up for the three-pointer. 75-58. Lady Tigers on top, and a bad pass there, cross court. Brown gives it up. Rams trying to look for an opening three, but the Lady Tigers guarding that perimeter. Deep three for Hatcher. And that's what you want, is to cause a deep three. Not an open three, but a deep three.
Right.
75-58 is our score. Under 5 minutes to go here in this ball game. Wiles falls to the floor. Will they call the foul on Brown? Yes, they will.
She's hit the floor a few times tonight. She definitely is going to feel that in the morning.
Oh, yes. But you can see the aggressive play. It's not just her, but a few Lady Tigers are diving for the ball
Right.
here this evening.
Right.
As Brittany Brown is called for the foul. That is her first.
I think it's also important to point out that the Tigers have actually have also played smart tonight. So a lot of coaches will always tell you that they want maximum effort. But a lot of times, maximum effort doesn't quite get the job done. You also got to connect, you got to convert, and you have to execute. So the Tigers have done a good job tonight so far of executing on both offense and defense.
75-58, Culver looking to stretch the lead. No good. Rebound opportunity. Inga almost had the and one.
Beautiful cut.
Just going into the comment room. Calvin Williams, Professor Williams, thank you so very much. Yes, the Lady Tigers are playing good, and we do appreciate you enjoying the broadcast here this evening. Inga onto the line to shoot. In double figures here tonight.
And CJ, one thing I really am impressed with about Inga is her ability to move without the ball. You know, a lot of times players can get caught up ball watching and just, standing in one spot. She does a good job of moving without the ball and actually going and finding the ball when in terms of rebounding. So
right. Look, Inga's going to be problems for these opponents coming up later this season, especially once she gets more comfortable in the rotation.
Right.
And she knows her role. She already, I think, knows her role. But once she gets comfortable, oh, man, I see some postseason honors for her.
Oh, yeah. I definitely see newcomer of the year in the works for her.
77-58. And a three-point shot is good for Howard. So Howard, that's her third three, but the other 2 threes she hits was back in the first half. She has 9 points on the evening. And they will call it backcourt violation.
And this right here, CJ, is where you don't want to get careless.
Yes.
Late in the fourth quarter, you're up. You're up by a decent margin. You don't want to get lazy right here. You have to keep your foot on the pedal.
77-61. And as Coach Glover always said, it's close it out. You got to close it out. But all coaches says you must close it out.
Right.
Under 3.5 to go. A deep three, no good. McDonald comes away with it as she pushes. Now she'll wait for her teammates to come down. Near steal from behind, but McDonald with the good dribbling fancy puts it up and off the glass and in. Brittany McDonald, MVP for the evening. Or maybe we can share it between her and Inga and Ashley.
Scoring by committee, like you like to say here tonight. Scoring by committee. The bulk of it has been from Brittany. If I was going to give out an MVP, it would most certainly be to her tonight.
Oh, yeah. Go, Inga, go, says Hemsley.
Well, I meant my MVP would be definitely Brittany tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Inga comes away with the boards. And just as I said, this Lady Tiger squad has really come to play tonight. As we'll have a foul called before the shot on the other end. So the Rams with the foul, team foul number 4. Shot high off the glass, no good. Inga comes away with yet another rebound. But Rams somehow, some way get another possession as Culver, ball goes out of bounds. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go. Coming up on 2:15 to go, 79-61. Lady Tigers on top. And really, Cam, Lady Tigers have been in the lead the whole game. They have never been behind in this game.
Yeah, they've done a good job of controlling that momentum. When it seems like CIU is going to take off,
And that's a shot clock violation as the shot from Wild's a little short.
right. Continue what I was saying. They've done a good job of curbing that momentum. When it seems like CIU is going to take off, they've always seemed to have been in the right place, hit the right shot, or got some good stops.
A minute 50 remaining in the ball game. 79-61 is our score. There's a three-pointer on the way. That is no good. That'll be Tigers basketball. A minute 42 remaining. Again, just a reminder, next homecoming games Tuesday night when Payne College come into, as we have a timeout called by the Rams. So now we'll have a little time to talk about coming up next week as we have more basketball action coming up here for you. So hopefully that you can join us on Tuesday, 6 o'clock. Payne College comes into town, both the men's and the women's team, to take on our Lady Tigers and Tigers. So coverage begins at 6 o'clock for the women, 8 o'clock for the men. And then, of course, tune in Saturday afternoon, starting, I believe it's at 2 p.m., if I'm not mistaken, for the 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock for the for the women, 3 o'clock for the men. The women will take on Clinton College, 1 o'clock Saturday.
And while we're on the topic, definitely want to give a huge shout out to our men's team who are at Palm Beach, Florida this evening, taking on Kaiser University as they look for their first win of the regular season.
Brittany McDonald can't hit. Coming up under a minute and a half to go. Lady Tigers looking pretty good to get their second victory. Contested shot there as Ashley Johnson comes away with the ball. And I'm pretty sure Glover is going to like what he sees here tonight. I know he's still going to find some issues.
Of course,
but that's
of course.
that's what good coaches do, always find some issues. 8 seconds left on the shot clock, 50 seconds left on the game's clock. Inside, as the ball goes out of bounds, only 2 seconds left on the shot clock. 46 seconds on the game clock. 79-64 is our score. Shout out to Reginald Bennett, who was watching this game all the way at Fort White, Florida. He says, "Go Tigers." Thank you, and appreciate everybody for tuning in. Of course, as always, the Atlanta folks, our Atlanta alumni who always tune in. Miss Vivian, thank you. Smooth as always. And of course, all of our Tiger fans watching us. Yes, Garen, we're getting that win tonight here. 80-64. And this one is just about over. Lady Tigers will move to a record of 2-2 on the regular season, as that basket is good.
I will say, CJ, there's one thing I definitely miss about having the crowd is right about now is when you would be hearing the typical "Pump It Up" VC chant. That's one thing I certainly miss.
Yes, the Pump It Up VC chant. And you know, pretty soon it will be changed to the VU chant.
I know, as we look to move to Voorhees University here in April.
Right. Instead of VC, VU. And matter of fact, that's what makes next week homecoming events that much more special, because it will be the final time that you can say VC homecoming, because in 2022, yes, it is VU.
And how interesting it'll be to see Voorhees across the chest of these Lady Tigers and Tigers as we move in to Voorhees University.
Yes, the next level of excellence, of
Yes,
course.
yes. Under the leadership of Dr. Ronnie Hopkins, who's definitely taking us to that next level of excellence.
Yes, big shout out to him as he's on watching tonight in his Voorhees blazer. So as the teams comes back, and of course you gotta Dr. Hopkins. Dr. Hopkins, he has to be pleased of what he's seen here tonight from his Lady Tigers.
Yeah, not just the Lady Tigers, but there's a lot of things in the works here at Voorhees College that he definitely has to be pleased about it. Since he's gotten this job, he's definitely made some changes and some good changes at that, and brought a lot of things, bringing a lot of things to campus here at Voorhees.
As the clock stops with 30.4 seconds to go. Yes, I mean it's a very exciting time because the 125th anniversary is coming up pretty soon. We'll start doing that, and as well as the name change with Voorhees University. So there's a lot of things. And the inauguration
Right.
of the president as well, which you
Right.
can watch on our Voorhees College 1897 YouTube page and on Facebook Live.
And I think my favorite thing my favorite change on campus has to be the new Voorhees College Center of Educator Preparation and Innovation here at Voorhees College.
Right.
Looking forward to seeing that program take off as we continue to educate minds and change lives here at Voorhees.
Oh yeah. You know, it is a great time here at Voorhees. It's a great time to be a Voorhees student and an alum.
As my man Future would say, "What a time!"
To be alive.
Hey,
82 to 66. The finishing touches here in this game. Lady Tigers will pull away as Inga. Fitting that she pulls away the final rebound of this game. And that will do it. Congratulations to the Lady Tigers of Voorhees College, coming up with an 82 to 66 victory over the Lady Rams of Columbia International University. And with that victory, the Lady Tigers are now 2-2. Meanwhile, for CIU, they dropped their first game of the regular season, but I'm pretty sure Coach Fleming will have the Rams team back on it, and they should be a pretty good squad this year.
yeah, a team that definitely, as you could see early on, had some success with that press. And just the same way that we spoke earlier about the Tigers having to find their identity, the Rams are going to find theirs a little bit later on in the season also. And they're going to win some games. They're going to be definitely be a force to reckon with in that AAC conference. So look for them to continue to do well. They'll definitely come out and have a better performance their next game also. So shout out to the fans from CIU that watched this evening.
Yes, and thank you for everybody for tuning in. We will have a post-game show coming up. Hopefully, we'll get the winning coach out here, Coach Glover, to talk about his win tonight. I know he got to be pleased with the Lady Tigers win. So once again, final score 82 to 66. Lady Tigers 2-2 on the season. We will take this break. Stay with us. We have the post game coming up right after this. Got you.
How far down are we going?
Right here or further down? Okay. Then we just need. Old Glover have sandwiches for you. I said, yeah, I would. Yeah. I said, yeah, okay, but we're not gonna have it.
No hot food.
Cold food. Like I used to do that steak.
Maybe we should shout ABL out during our broadcast. Maybe they'll give us some better selections.
But not today. Not today. We'll shout them out during homecoming.
Shout out to ABL and their
Yeah, their
wonderful.
post game food.
Oh,
And
it's Aladdin now, not ABL. I'm sorry. Shoot. My bad. I'm taking
yes,
it back to
Aladdin.
2013, 2014, 2015.
Oh
Shout
no,
out to Miss Mina Lee.
when it became Aladdin. Oh shoot, Mina Lee, how about that?
Yeah.
I gotta think of that.
Come up some? What was the score?
It's on my note. 82 to something.
Should be on the thing right there also.
Okay.
All right. Uh,
Welcome back here at the Leonard E. Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees College as we are at our post game show as the Lady Tigers defeat uh, tonight's opponent here by the final score of 82 to 66. Clarence Jones along with Cam McLean as we get ready for our interview with Coach Glover. But before then, Cam, your thoughts on this basketball game this evening?
So I thought the Lady Tigers did a good job of coming in and fighting early. Um, they didn't do what they did the last two games of letting the opponents get out to an early lead. They actually did the fighting themselves this early on in the first quarter. They had some big performances again from players like Brittany McDonald and even Tashima Bunkley and Inga came in. Well, didn't come in. They started the game. They produced high. But also, what I really want to commend the Tigers on this evening was their defense. They limited the CIU Rams to one shot a lot of the time, and that's a staple in the Coach Glover offense. Coach Glover's going to try to get stops on defense to generate quick buckets on offense. So that's what stood out to me the most. They did a good job of containing their number one scorer. She made a few good moves down low, but for the most part, she was pretty quiet throughout the game.
Yeah, Zion Neat was quiet in the first half, but she came on in the second half, but not enough to overcome the deficit. Also, and it seemed like the Rams was trying to get back in the ball game, but this time the Lady Tigers were doing the same thing that the Golden Tigers did to us. We try to get back close, but we didn't get them back all the way back into the game due to some key shots and also some key defensive plays. And you mentioned on the defensive end second chance shots for the Rams. Really not there in the second half, and it took advantage of that. But the big thing they started hitting our outside shots. So Wiles hit a couple of threes. Of course, McDonald, I think she had a double double. We'll see. We'll see as far as the official stats, but just looking at her in the game, looked like she had a double double with the points and also the rebounds as well, because she also rebounded a lot in that first half. But when you look at it, it was probably one of their best games of the young regular season because they put it together. And as you mentioned in the first quarter, where the Golden Tigers a couple of nights ago got out on that big lead, this time the Lady Tigers really put it to their opponent here tonight, this evening, CIU, in the first quarter and never let up. So this was a good all-around victory. I know Coach Glover, he's waiting in the wings for the interview, but I know he's got to be at least pleased with this effort, and also our first win in the Tigers Den.
Right, right. The first official home win.
The first
Right,
official home win, yes. Although it's the second win in Denmark, but the
right.
first official home win here at the Dawson Center, so they got to feel pleased about that. Now going into next week for homecoming, of course they have Payne coming up Tuesday night, which you can watch right here on the BC Tiger Sports YouTube page and also Facebook Live. So I know this win got to feel good for these ladies, and now they can take about 24 to 48 hours to get this victory out of their system and now get ready for pain camp.
Right again, and to what you alluded to earlier about weathering those storms. The CIU Rams did on a few occasions come out and hit some big shots, and it looked like the momentum when they dropped back in that press and they were able to create some turnovers. It did seem like the momentum was going to shift over towards CIU's favor, but our guards did a good job of kind of handling that rock a little bit better. But again, as long as they come and they meet those passes right there, they're going to limit those turnovers in that transition. But definitely want to shout out and congratulate the Lady Tigers on their win today. And yes, they have about 24 to 48 hours to go ahead and get that win out of their system and
Mm-hmm.
move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of which, as we mentioned, we got Coach Glover here out here on the set, so we're gonna ask him to come on in so we could get a few comments from the winning coach this evening, and he bought us some box of goodies as well. So I'm so glad that he has bought us a box of goodies. So we're gonna talk to him. So you're gonna hand him over the mic.
Yeah, we'll
And,
switch. How about that?
I'm gonna be like Oprah Winfrey. You get a box. You get a box. Everybody get a box. If you ain't time, gonna get a box.
We'll switch. I'll give you this, and I'll take that box. You got a camera.
don't take my box though.
Taking it home.
Okay. Coach Edward Glover joins me here as right now. Good victory here this evening for the Lady Tigers. Want to get your initial thoughts of this victory here tonight against over CIU.
Well, actually, Clarence, it goes back to last night. We had a old school practice, and I'm not talking about 5 years ago. I'm talking about probably about 10 years ago.
Oh,
And
wow.
if any of those young ladies out there, well, they're older ladies now listening. They're still young ladies, but listening.
Right.
They understand what we're talking about. We just went defense. The whole
Okay.
practice was geared on defense. From the start to finish, it was defense. And I said, if we get back to playing, we will not get back. If we can play some sound defense,
Mhm.
it would create some offense. And you see, we will create 80 points. Now, we gave up what was final 82.
82 to 66.
That was a little too much to give up. But we scored 80 because a lot of our defense created turnovers for fast break opportunities. And that lane sometimes was looking just like the Red Sea. All we had to do was go finish. So that's what we had to get back to. And we're going to continue that, hopefully. You know, I hope I can get in their mind that we got to play solid defense. What is it, the old adage, defense wins
Championships. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we got to get back to that. And I warned us. I told him, I said, hey, we want to get back to this.
Right.
We got to start tonight.
Right.
Because we're different, you know, playing in the the continental, what is it now?
The Continental Athletic.
That conference. There you go, the CAC.
CAC.
I got to get away from the AII.
Yeah.
But the CAC is different because you got to make your way in the top 8 to get in the tournament.
Right.
Not like other conferences. CIU is about their conference. You know, there was maybe a good game coach can go back, and they got a good coaching staff. They'll go back and they'll pick high in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. I think like
they had their best season last year.
Yeah. And we hadn't played them in some years. New coaching staff and everything. But we hadn't played them in a while. So, but I knew they were gonna be hungry and be good. We tried to get a good scout report on them. Knew they were perimeter heavy.
Right.
Kind of threw us out a little bit with the 4-5, but we made adjustments.
Right. So I'm looking at it, and you mentioned it. You keyed on defense as your practice tool, and it showed here this evening, especially in the first quarter, where the Lady Tigers, they jumped out on that lead. But it was created by having great defense.
Yes, 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 yes. CIU did a good job. They kept fighting. They kept fighting. They put their heads down. They've had moments. I said I thought we were gonna go back and forth for a while,
Right, right.
but our defense rose to the occasion again, and we got another good run, and we were able to establish a 7. Once we got that lead, it was about a matter of time, and we got in. Cameron probably knows this. We have a play that we call Tiger, and it's like a victory formation in football. We're gonna hold that ball, we're gonna read that ball, and we're gonna try to run some clock out
Right.
and take a shot, with seconds left.
Right.
To take some time off.
Right. Now, let's talk about some individuals' effort here, especially Brittany McDonald here tonight. But Brittany McDonald is one of the generals on the court for the Lady Tigers. But just talk about her play here tonight and her role and how she just stepped up here tonight with the victory, and also Inga as well. I was impressed with her down low capabilities here tonight. So, what are some of the spotlight plays you wanted to spotlight here tonight?
Well, you indicate Brittany McDonald, and I'm so glad Brittany is here. I was after Brittany as a freshman. But coming out of high school, and didn't work out, but she eventually ended up. So I say, sometimes the good Lord works it out. Where people supposed to be here comes here,
Right.
and she brought us a lot of experience to the table. Decorated high school player, played on state championships team, has played on Division II level, the NAIA level, and still the NAIA level here. That's our primary ball handler, and that's our floor general, our leader. And she's vocal, she communicates, and she got it done. Had to get a breather.
Right.
I know, played Tuesday. Had to get some other people in there, give her a breather.
Right.
Diamond Bullock came in, and she's a JUCO transfer. And she was able to substitute for some minutes and give Brittany a breather. The Laser Wiles was able to come in and stay calm and play with the tempo. She wasn't doing nothing erratic and wasn't forcing shots. She took what the defense gave her. And Diamond Culver stepped up.
Right. Yes.
Diamond's been around here. Her, Ashley, and we didn't have Ariana Card, Ms. Voorhees tonight. That's our defense. That's our defensive stopper.
Right.
And then we also lost Casey Johnson the other night. So you're talking about some players with some experience who've been to a national tournament and who played in championship games and know what it takes to get there. So, but some of our freshmen did step it up. With Diamond, with Inga and Tashima Bunkley. They did step it up.
Well, and that's who I want also. Bunkley, she was very impressive tonight as well. But it seemed like, yes, we lost Ariana and also Casey. I think it's a shoulder issue with
shoulder
Casey.
issue from the other night.
Yeah. But it also shows the depth in the roster with this Lady Tiger squad that, you missing a couple of key players, but yet others will step up.
I'm a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Mike Tomlin, who's my fraternity brother. Next, I'm not gonna say next man up with us, next woman up, next person up, and that's how you got to be. You got to keep going with it. You coach on through it with who you got, and hopefully we can continue that. We stay healthy down. Once we get down the stretch, in the January and February. Right now is about them getting experience in November and December.
Right. So how does this victory now, as we turn the page, and now of course homecoming coming next week, and all the distractions of homecoming, regardless if it's going to be in student, in person, or whatever, but still homecoming is homecoming. How can you get this team up as far as with the Tuesday night? I know they're going to be up for Payne College coming into town.
Yeah, and Payne is somebody we hadn't played in years. Their assistant coach is not a head coach, so she's gonna be very familiar with us. She when she was a player, we used to play them, so she's gonna be familiar with what we do.
Right.
So I know from a coach's standpoint, she'll have them ready to play come Tuesday. But what I always tell our team homecoming week, don't get caught up in the what, Cameron? The homecoming hoopla.
The hoopla.
You can't get caught up in that. You got to stay focused. And we got Payne on Tuesday, and we hit the road Thursday, Middle Georgia, which is a tough place to play.
Right.
I don't think we won there but one time in the last couple years.
But that is interesting that in between with the homecoming festivities that you schedule a home game on Tuesday, and then I guess to take the homecoming feeling or whatever away.
Right.
You go on the road.
Usually a lot of times I have 2 road games on homecoming to get away from campus.
Gotcha.
And then the gym on a normal homecoming, the gym is so occupied on homecoming week.
Right.
So sometimes it's best to be away, playing at other venues, and then come back on that Friday but not having an in-person Hall of Fame. So
Right.
we will be in our gym for the first time in practice.
Okay.
Probably in many years.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever practiced on a Friday in our gym,
Before homecoming. Yeah.
unless it was late.
Gotcha.
And then it cleared everything out and we
Right.
could get on the floor.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, Coach Glover, thank you so very much for joining me here. Any words to our VC Lady Tigers fan that's watching us right now?
Just continue. We appreciate all the support, continue support. I know we got some long time support, and we got some new. We picked up some new ones along the way, especially during the pandemic when people weren't allowed to come in.
Right.
I see viewership is up more now, and people get find out that we are live streaming.
Right.
Even with the opponents, I see their fans are tuning in as
Right.
well.
Right.
And you guys are my film now, so I'll watch it tonight.
Thank you, thank you, and thank you once again for coming out here for the next couple of minutes to have this interview here. And of course, good luck going moving forward. Of course, we have the Payne College coming into town. Of course, you go on the road and then back home at the Clinton College
Yeah.
on that Saturday. So still got some big games coming
Yeah.
up, but it's still early on the season. But love the outlook here for this team. Well, thank you so very much for tuning in, Coach Glover. Once again, thank you so
Thanks,
very
Clarence.
much. I
Appreciate it.
appreciate you. All right, and thank you for tuning in here on our VC Tiger Sports page on YouTube and on Facebook. Thank you so very much. And we appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday, November the 9th, as we'll have our next doubleheader of Lady Tigers and Tigers action as Payne College comes into town as we kick off with the ladies starting at 6 and then the men at 8 o'clock. And then, of course, we'll have homecoming Saturday as the ladies kick off against Clinton College at 1 o'clock. And then the men will hit the court at 3 o'clock. So for everybody here, and a special thank you to Genesis and all the jailer as we were shorthanded this evening. My partner, Cameron McLean, thank you so very much. Curtis Sumner, as always, as he came in and helped us out there towards to the end. I'm Clarence Jones. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the comments. Like and subscribe our YouTube page as well. Right now, we say good night and we'll see you next Tuesday night. So long, everybody.